Hello friends, you're with the Lonesome Gamer, and I'm playing Dungeon Universalis again. Now it's been, I don't know, 3 months or so since I took a break from our campaign, but I decided to go back. One reason is I kind of want to bring it to an end, because I'm awaiting, well, guess 2 other dungeon crawls, and there's a couple of other things I want to do. And I also want to try new stuff with this game. I'm thinking about maybe, I don't know, doing some random dungeon generators, and maybe there's also a way to kind of come up with an interesting random campaign. Or I see a lot of options in this game. But I wanna finish that campaign. It took me a bit to get back into the rules, get accustomed with the heroes again, where they actually are, where they are in the campaign. But I think I managed to get everything back on the table in the right way. So we're sitting in Bible, and our goal is to find 3, soul gems. The first one we found already here at the Guardian Hills, and now the next one would be here at Snake Island, and the last one then over here at Swamp Island. And if we have all these 3 gems, we can build some powerful weapon to destroy a demon. Okay, I mean, it's not the best story, but as long as it gets us into the dungeons, I'm okay with it. So, in Bible, I spent a couple of experience points. So I got this guy another life point for 3 experience points, so that's 1 development point. So he has now 8 life points, so he's maxed out there. I'm not even sure if I actually... No, she had only 2 experience points, which is not enough for a development point, so I could not do anything special with her. The dwarf, I bought him also 1 additional life point. For him it was more expensive. You have to spend 2 development points. That is 6 experience points, which he had. And now he has 6 life points. And he can go up to 7, right? Yeah, so he can have up to 7 life points. Yeah, I think... Yeah. Okay, and she spent also 2 development points to get 2 additional fortune. Each one is also 3 experience points. Each one is 1 development point, basically. That brought my overall value points to 86, which is beyond that 75 limit. So we have to increase the challenge, which means whenever we roll the die during a combat to check if this symbol shows up, if it would not show up for the first time, we have to re-roll it. Because, well, we are now a little bit advanced and things get tougher. Starting from Bible, my next goal is actually Orcus for now, because they have a breeding ground, and I want to try to get some animal companions here to get some advantage during the initiative rolls, because my dog was killed last adventure, if I remember that right. So I also thought about visiting this magic shop again to get the opportunity to buy some magical items, but there is this limit that basically a magical shop or a magical school will only, I don't know, they give you the option of 2 magical items or so per year, something like that. And because I'm too lazy to track all that crap, and I remembered that I already bought these pretty recently, the black arrow and the silver arrow, I wonder what that says. What does that symbol mean? That's interesting. It is everywhere. That is odd. Does that have any meaning at all? Huh. No, I think it's the same here. This is just blue. That's probably just because it's a magic item. Okay. Yeah, okay, whatever. So, because I bought these 2, I'm going to assume they don't have anything left for the next year or whatever. And as I said, I'm really not willing to track this. So, I think maybe on my next visit there, I might consider then going there again. But yeah, whatever. My way of playing. I really bent the rules quite a bit, especially here on that campaign map. I'm not a big fan of that part of the game. I mean, it's okay, and it adds a little bit of story, but I don't know. So let's see. Let's move on, and so I'm gonna leave Bible. The first thing I gotta do is I gotta cross again that bridge for the, I don't know, it's also something I did a couple of times now. And we gotta do this persuasion roll against the guards if we don't want to spend money. So they have an intelligence of 4. The lady will do, she's got a 5. So let's see who is better. So this time I think I failed. Yeah, so that means I gotta spend, okay, 1 coin for each hero. Okay, so that means we gotta spend $4. Oh, actually, you know what? I want to hire a mercenary. I'm gonna do that before I leave. I'm gonna try to find some mercenary there. I gotta check where they are. You know what? I just realized for the first time that there are numbers on that map. What does that mean? Are these numbers? I'm not even sure what these symbols say. They seem... This is R2. That says T5. Wow, I've never seen that before. That's so weird. I mean, they're everywhere. I haven't read that before. I wonder what that said. I'm gonna check that. It's actually kind of cool. So these T means the land areas. This is a river here. The R and the C is M. So that's pretty cool if you want to determine random areas or locations. I kind of like that. Okay, but what I wanted to do is I wanted to hire a mercenary. Now, again, because I love a little bit of randomness, I'm going to simply roll a die to see which mercenary is actually available at the inn. So these are not, I don't want an orc or an ogre, that doesn't work well with my alignment. And I'm not allowed to hire a religious fanatic. So therefore, it comes down to one of these 6 guys here. So simply roll a die. That's number 6. Okay, that's a mercenary sorcerer. That's kind of cool. So he knows 2 basic spells of his choice from one of the following lores: fire, earth, wind, or water. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna also randomly determine which lore he knows, and then I'm going to choose the 2 spells. So let's see what we got. Okay, that's the 3rd one. So that's wind. And I'm going to check out the different spells there. Okay, so I have for him the Shield of Wind. That is a permanent spell. Not sure what that means, actually. Maybe it's a shielding, defensive or whatever. Enemies targeting the caster or a friendly character within the spell's area of influence with non-magic projectiles get a -2 to their shooting skill. So this is an area of influence of 3. Yeah, that might be cool. Okay, yeah, that's kind of neat. And the other one is the Lightning Bolt. That is target takes 6 damage dice. If it uses heavy armor, it will get a -1 to armor. That's really strong. So that's what this guy has to offer. So we're going to pay him $7. That's what we got to pay to hire him. So that's cool. We get a lot of money, so we can easily do that. And he also has a staff. Okay, so that's that. And he has 4 mana. So that allows him to cast the spells, or every spell twice. But we might even consider to give him a mana potion or something if he's if he's useful. Okay, nice. So we made it across the bridge. Now we're entering this area, and we're going to roll a die, and on a 5+, we're going to have an event there. Okay, so let's see. Again, I'm simply going to roll. I don't want to reshuffle these things all the time. So that's 10, 3, 5, 7, 9, 10. And it says, what does that mean? Deluge? I cannot even pronounce that. A torrential rain falls for several consecutive days that delays the trip and forces you to double your effort. The fields become swamps, and it is hardly possible to distinguish the roads from the rough land. All the characters lose 1 vitality point unless a pack of provisions is spent to feed everyone. Okay, luckily we actually have a pack of provisions, so we simply get rid of that and we're okay. So then we continue our way here, and we don't take the road. I gotta say, I think the road for some reason isn't as good as the plains, so I'm gonna simply move here now, and roll again, and nothing happens. And well, I'm gonna go here, Knockfall, nothing. We continue our way here to Nymphal, this area here, and nothing. And then we have this little area here. Okay, we have a new event. That's number 12, so that's the last event here. And that's a windmill. You pass an impressive windmill on top of a hill. The miller comes out to meet you as you approach and breathes a sigh of relief when he sees that you have no intention of stealing from him. He offers you accommodation in his home until the next day. Each character recovers up to 1 vitality, fortune and mana points at no cost. You can buy up to 2 packs of provision at the usual price. I don't know. I don't think I want to do that. Okay. So then we continue and we go here and nothing. So that's that. And now we are entering the mountains. And the mountains are right here. And again, on a 5+, we're going to have to roll. And we have an encounter there. Let's see. Where is the die here? Okay, that's number 2. That's not good. A landslide happens as you cross a black rock hillside. All characters must pass an agility test or else suffer 3 damage dice. Yeah, great. Okay, let's do that. So, we start with the sorcerer. He's got an agility of 3, so he needs a 7. I didn't do that. So luckily he stays alive, barely, so he takes 3 damage. Well, I mean, we can go here. We want to go to the city anyway, so hopefully we can rest there. This guy, agility of 2, which really sucks, but he made it. Awesome. The cats should be able to do it. She's got a 5. Yep. We got to beat 10, by the way, if you don't remember. So the dwarf is at 3. He wears the... Yeah, we shouldn't forget that. Yeah, they wear armor and all, but that's still okay. Yeah, he's okay. Is he? No, he's not, because of the armor. He's not. Okay, so that means we take... Oh, wait a minute, I messed this up here. It says 3 damage dice. It doesn't say 3 damage. So we gotta roll first. Wait a minute. Really have to get back into the game. I'm gonna make a couple of mistakes now. But, okay, we gotta roll 3 dice. He's got an armor of 3. So every result of 3+ will give him a damage. Okay, so that wasn't so bad. He only takes a single wound, actually. And now this guy has heavy armor, so that means he has an armor of 5. Okay, he also takes a single wound. Not too terrible. And she needs to roll a 6, which she has. Okay, so overall, it's okay. That landslide wasn't too bad. So now we're entering this castle. People there are, well, they have they have an evil, yeah, I mean, the people there are evil, and we are good. So if we want to take any, if we have to pay anything, the value for the stuff is increased by 1, because they don't like us. So let's see, I'm going to roll a die. It's a 4+, we're going to have an event. Okay, no event there, great. So, do we want to heal? Well, I don't think so. I'm actually considering simply going... Can I get a pack of provisions somewhere? Gotta check that. We can visit the inn and we can buy a pack of provisions there. Problem is that would cost me... Damn, I should have bought it at the windmill. That thing would cost me now a little more. How much is that? It's now $2. That's expensive for a single life point. I wonder if I should take the risk and, you know, go with these 2 damage points into the dungeon. That's tricky. I mean, I got a lot of cash. why bother? You know, I'm going to spend the $4 and give everybody of them a pack of provisions, and then they're healed again. I mean, it's a ripoff, but, you know, we have the money, so who cares? There we go. Okay, again, I randomized what kind of animals they had, and all they wanted to sell us was a crow. So, yeah, I mean, that's not too hot. But okay, it's good enough. It has the sharp senses. Yeah, I mean, it's easily killed. It only has a single life point. So we got to be a little careful and always keep it in the back. But I think in general, it will do the job. Okay, so that's that. And now my goal is Snake Island. So I'm not even sure how to get a boat, to be to be perfectly honest. I got no clue how that works. I wonder if we can get a boat everywhere, so just somewhere at the coast, or if we actually have to go to a port. If that would be the case, that would suck. So let's see. I gotta check the rules. Okay, so indeed, we have to go to a dock first. So, I mean, okay, we're here at the mountains. Oh, that means we gotta roll for the mountains first. Or didn't I? I think I didn't do that. So let's see. Okay, so we have another event in the mountains. Oh, that could get ugly. Let's see. Okay, that's a 5. So there we go. A cavern. You find a cavern where you can shelter from the cold of the night. If you choose to go inside, roll 1d6 and check the result of the following chart. So there could be a bear, or nothing, or we could find coins. We could even go to an epic quest here. But when we do that, I mean, we could go here then to the northern gate and heal there. Play the quest Wild Animals. I want to try that. Do we want to go to one of these? You know, why not? It's been a while since I played. So yeah, let's go for it. Why not? Let's enter the cavern and see what we find there. Okay, of course, that's a 1. So play the quest Wild Animals. Why not? Let's do it. Go for it. Okay, so here's how this works. This is the map. There's no exploration or anything. This is just, I don't know, the cave, I guess. And we have darkness inside the cave, so that will affect the 2 sorcerers. He's lost in the dark, and she also is. We could use the torch. I'm not sure if I want to do that. I might consider it. -1 to all attributes. One a section, okay. -1 to shooting at enemies in a dark section. Okay, so basically, yeah, it would make casting spells harder. If we light the torch, that would illuminate an area within a radius of 6 squares in outdoor scenarios. Yeah. That's a good question. You know, I think I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna use the torch. So I'm gonna exchange it with my staff. Okay, so the thing is, we have overall 11 turns to get from here to this exit space. This space is the exit space. And that's a lot of time. It seems should be possible. We're not allowed to run though. And at the start of each dark player's turn, if there is no bear on the board, then every player has to do a perception test. And it's an opposed test against the bear. And the bear gets a +2 on his perception. And so it's going to be tough. I'm going to use the crow. So I'm gonna so that every player gets the +1 for the crow. I always do that. If I have an animal and it is within 3 spaces of the player, then he also gets the bonus for perception. So if the player loses, or if one of the players loses a perception roll, then a bear will appear in one of the following spaces: that one, or that one, or this one, or that one. And it's going to be the space which is closest to the hero who lost the roll. Now, I'm not sure what happens if there's a tie. We'll find out about that. So it's going to be that bear. And I don't know. I mean, he's not that easy. I mean, he's got 8 life points. He's got 4 strength. He's got claws, fangs. Oh man, that's pretty rough. He's got a lot of stuff going on here too. We have to do the fearsome test first. And the raging mount can be ridden by creatures. Okay, that's not interesting. The onslaught, yeah, that's a tricky one. May use an action to carry out this attack as long as it is not adjacent to an enemy at the beginning of an activation. If it moves and contacts an enemy in its front, it will roll agility against such an enemy. In case of multiple enemies, or if the attacker wins, the target will be knocked down and take as many damage dice as the attacker's strength, but increase the target's armor by +1. This skill cannot be used if the attacker moved through difficult terrain at any time during its activation. Okay, so this is a little tricky. I'm not quite sure when I'm going to use that thing, but I'm going to check that. There are rules for when you want to use the skills. Okay, so yeah, that's also we have now the miniatures. I'm going to use now this miniature. This is now a painted one for the scout. This is from Dungeon Universalis, actually now a miniature. I'm going to use the usual miniatures for the dwarf and the sorceress. This is also from Dungeon Universalis. I'm going to use that for the Cyclops. And this one here is for the Mercenary Sorcerer. Okay. So I say we start this. I'm going to move the marker down. So this is our first turn. It means we have 10 turns left. The main problem is the dwarf. He is pretty slow. He only has movement value of 4 when he wears his armor. So yeah, that's a bit of an issue here. So let's see, I think I want to move this guy, I don't know, man. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't want to stand right next to him when he shows up. I don't know if that makes a difference, to be honest. But yeah, I think I want to move there. And, yeah, I think we just... This is actually pretty tough. This might be more dangerous than I was expecting. So let's see. This guy has a movement value of 5. Oops. So if he moves 1, 2, 3, yeah, this is already getting tricky. Maybe I should actually move here and allow the others to move through there. I think I want to do that. So this guy... How much... Well. Okay, I gotta be careful with her. I'm gonna move her 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna move her here. I hope that this is a valid space. I gotta check that. Space is fine. So obviously the rocks block some of the spaces, but that one is okay. Now the scout has a movement value of 6. Okay, I'm gonna bring this... Wait a minute. Let's start with the scout. So I'm gonna move him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Should I place him here, trying to protect the others? Yeah, why not? Why not? She moves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Does she want to go there? Yeah, I think I want to move her here. And then we have this guy. And I think as a character, you cannot get attacked. Only the heroes can get attacked. So if I move him here, let's see. I'm going to check if he also has to roll. I don't think so. It clearly says the heroes make a perception test. So I'm going to bring the crow right here. And yeah, you know, I think I actually bring her here. It doesn't really matter. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and this way everybody gets the +1 bonus. But in the end, we're going to have to face that bear. I'm pretty sure about this. So the bear also has to roll. He's got a perception of +2. And it's a little sticky. Perception of +2. So I'm going to start with this guy here. So he has, I think, a +1. Yeah, because of the crow. Okay, so that didn't work out. She's pretty good. Let's see. She should be okay. +1. The crow is a +2. I think that doesn't work. That doesn't work. That's a little tricky, actually. Anyway, my intelligence is higher, so that should be okay, I guess. Then it is the dwarf. He's not doing good. Nah, that is not going to be good enough. Yeah, he's +2 for the bear, +1 for the dwarf because of the crow. That's not enough. So the dwarf and the Cyclop. They didn't make it. And let's see how the sorceress is doing. She actually won the test. It was a blunder by this guy. So that's pretty good. So now we got to roll randomly if the Cyclop or the Dwarf get attacked. On a 1 to 3, it's going to be the Cyclops. Okay, so the Dwarf will be attacked. The closest yellow space, well, that is supposed to be the yellow space here, is this one. So the bear shows up right here, and he immediately attacks the Dwarf. So the Dwarf cannot use his Trapper ability because the creature has to be 2 spaces away. He cannot use his Onslaught ability because he cannot be adjacent. So therefore, the first thing the dwarf has to do is he has to do a perception test, a courage test. And he's okay. He's got a courage of 4, so he just made it. So that's a good start. And now we simply have to fight here, and we see what happens. Okay, so I did very well. I managed to do okay against the bear for now. I think the way I want to approach this whole thing is I'm going to use these 2 guys to protect my weaker characters. That makes sense as usual. So I'm going to move him 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember, I'm not allowed to run, right? That's another critical aspect. I think I can even move here. So and I'm gonna face like that. And does that make sense? No, if the guy shows up here, he can slip through here. So I think I'm actually gonna be here. And I think, yeah, that's tough. Does she has, it seems she might have line of sight. Does she? Yeah, she does. She does have line of sight. So, but there is this stone here, so the bear has a heavy cover, but she can still use her bow to attack the bear, and she's gonna do that. Yeah, but the guy has heavy cover. So let's see, I got 2 shots with my accuracy longbow here. Okay, that is a hit. Yeah, that is a hit. It was a 9, even with the heavy cover. It was a -2 modifier, but that was still okay. Okay, that wasn't great. Yeah, that is just 1 damage. Oh man. Okay, anyway, so that was the first shot, and now the second one. That was good. That was an 8. That is still a hit. And this time we have 5 damage dice because of the critical hit. Whoa, that was great. 4 damage against this guy. So that means he's now at 3 life points, basically. Pretty good. And I can move. And I will. I'm gonna move right here, I guess. And then, what, actually, before I attacked with my bow, I had to do the fearsome test here. I forgot that. That would not have made a difference. I did 2, maybe with the second, where it was only an 8. But first I'm going to do a test, and I was successful. I needed a 6, I got a 7. So the dwarf and the scout. There's no fear. There's no reason for fear for these two. I'm not sure how I want to deal with this bear. Do I want to leave him completely to the dwarf and move the two magical characters into this position here? I get a feeling that I think I can afford to do that. The dwarf is really, really strong. So I think I'm going to do this simply. I'm going to move with her. Actually, I think I'm going to move with her here. This guy moves here. And I just leave the dwarf where he is. And no, I'm not leaving him where he is. I'm attacking now with the dwarf, obviously. And I'm going to use my fast attacks, using 3 dice against the 2 dice of the bear. And we'll see. That was not great, but the bear also did pretty poorly. So it was enough. It's a 7. That is good enough. And that gives me 7 dice. And that should be hopefully enough to kill the guy. That was bad. That was really, really bad. So that does 1 damage. Do I want to spend a fortune? I think I can afford to lose that turn. I think I'm not going to spend the fortune yet. So I'm going to let the bear attack now. And we don't have to do a perception test because there can only be a single bear on the board at the same time. So there is no risk that another one will show up. If we would have killed the bears, then we would have done now a new perception test to check if a new one comes up. But yeah, we didn't do that. So now we get attacked. And that wasn't great. But it, I don't know. So that is a 5, and the bear has a 7. I think that might be enough. Yeah, that's enough. So he does damage. He uses his claws. But that counts as a weapon. That is indicated by this symbol here. Oops. So it rolls 5 dice, but that is not quite true. Because of the heavy armor, I take 1 less damage die against melee weapons. And I got an armor of 5. So I hope this is not gonna this is not too bad. Fuck. Okay, I'm gonna force him to re-roll that. I mean, this is maybe I should have spent the fortune before. Okay, so 1 hit, not great, but better. Okay, so that's that, and now we go into the next turn. And I'm going to start with the dwarf, I guess. And I'm going to immediately do a second attack here, or an attack. Oops. Okay, so that is great. That is a hit. I deal 8 damage. And I only need 2 more hits, actually 3 more hits. Okay, that's it. So the guy is dead. And so now I can move 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to move in here, and then the others will move. So he moves simply ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I guess. And then these will follow. 1, 2, 3, 4. And these kind of stay here in the center. And we also take the crow with us. And that's that, I guess. Yeah, it seems we're doing okay. So now we got to do a perception test again. I'm going to start with this guy over here. Oh, of course, that was a 4. So we got to roll for this guy too. A 6. That might be okay. I think that's a draw, actually, because of the crow. My intelligence is 2, so I am a little bit more intelligent than the bear. That is good enough. Then it's the scout. Oh, yeah, that's okay too, I guess. Yeah, it definitely is. The dwarf. That isn't great. And the sorceress. She did great. Okay, so again, the dwarf is attacked. So no doubt the guy shows up here and the dwarf has to face an attack here. So this is all not terribly exciting, I guess. But we'll see. Ugh. Okay. That wasn't great. Okay, it seems we have to, we have to face that, so 6 combat, 6 damage dice. No, but 1 less. Okay, so we take another wound. Well. And then we go into the next turn, and I'm gonna attack with my fast attacks. Ugh. Whoa. But, you know, actually, I don't know. I think I might not win that. So that's funny. I mean, that is, when it comes to the combat value, it evens out. So the next is agility. I got a 3. The bear also has a 3. However, I wear this armor, which means I got a -1, so the bear wins. So I didn't hit. Okay. What? I don't really see a reason why I shouldn't spend another fortune here. I got so much of it now. So I might as well spend 1 more and re-roll my dice. Okay, that was a good one. So we do, again, 8 damage dice. Yeah. Now let's see. Okay, that's fine. These are 4 hits. That's pretty good. Or 4 wounds. And then The problem is, if I now attack and I kill the bear, it's not unlikely that immediately a new one will spawn there. But then again, maybe not. It seems like I have to do it. Yeah, I feel like I have to do it. So, let's see. What options do I have? I could use a mana from him. And use a lightning bolt. On the other hand, you know, I think I'm going to move him here. And she turns around and she uses the brain damage. That is much more effective, I guess. So she needs, I think because, no, we have a torch. Okay, so I gotta roll a die if this works out for the courage test, and it doesn't. So I got a -1 because I'm fearsome. So I need to roll a 6 to make this brain damage work. Okay, I gotta re-roll that blunder. Oh boy. Okay, that was a 7. That's pretty good. And that means I get 5 dice. And I roll against his intelligence. So a 2 is a hit. Okay, that's it. So he's dead. And yeah, that wasn't so clever. I should have started with her and then give him the option to kill this guy, and then he could have moved. In this way, we're kind of stuck in this position here. I think I'm going to move a little bit ahead with this guy probably, and maybe these go here, and this guy goes here. Okay. Actually, I already moved him. I cannot do that. Okay, so just like that, I think this is fine. And now we got to go again and do our perception tests. And let's hope the dwarf is not attacked again. Okay, so this time the Cyclops and the dwarf, they both again failed the test, but this time the Cyclops gets attacked because I rolled a 1 to 3. So that means the closest one is now here. And so the bear will attack, and now we can use his onslaught skill. And it says, as an action, is not adjacent to an enemy at the beginning of the activation. If it moves and contacts an enemy in its front, it will roll agility against such enemy. In case of multiple enemies, if the attacker wins, the target will be knocked down and take as many damage dice as the attacker's strength. Increase the target's armor by +1. The skill cannot be used if the attacker moved through difficult terrain. Okay, so that's not the case. So we can use that thing now. And my idea was to use that in a reasonable way. If the target has a higher agility than the bear, then I would not use this skill. If it does have if it doesn't, then I'm going to try to use that skill. Overall, for a single creature, you can use a skill only 3 times, but the bear will not survive that anyway. So, but I mean, he won't get the chance. But in this case, I want to use that skill. So that means he kind of runs toward this guy here, who is positioned diagonally. So he kind of cracks in here, and now they got to roll for the agility. So this guy has a 3, this guy only has a 2, -1 because of the armor, so it means he only has a 1. Oh, that's interesting. That seems to be a draw. So that is a 6. Where is this, an 8? Yeah, that's a draw, I guess. So what does that mean? If the attacker wins, well, I guess nothing. So I guess nothing happens. I think we're okay. Yeah, cool, fine. So then it's our turn, which means this goes down once again, and now we can move. So I guess first, I'm going to simply attack with this guy. Yeah, I think that makes sense. So let's see. Do I want to go into Berserker mode? Yeah, why not? I think I can go into Berserker mode here. Okay, that is clearly a hit. And that means I do 6 damage. 6 dice of damage. Whoa! Crazy. Okay, these are 5 hits. Pretty awesome. And I got a second attack. And another hit. Awesome. So that means, again, 6 dice. And that's 2 more. And that is actually perfect. Because now the guy is wounded. And you know, I'm actually thinking about... the problem is I have to attack because I'm in Berserker mode. Yeah, okay, I might consider maybe not attacking him with another. That's a pretty good idea, I guess. Okay, I think if I run for it now, or if I just move along, I think that could be a neat option. So I'm thinking, okay, let me see. So first, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I'm going to bring the owl kind of like, yeah, probably here. Then she moves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I'm going to move her actually out of the... I'll leave her here for now. Does that make sense? Yeah, of course. That makes a lot of sense, I guess. Yeah. And then the others move. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this guy is a little slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And that's it. Attacks again the Cyclops, but now he's wounded. That means he only has an attack value of 3, so he's not quite as dangerous anymore. However, I'm in Berserker mode, so that means I also have a -1 modifier for my combat, I guess. Yeah, for defending and attacking. But that is okay. I'm perfectly fine here. So nothing actually happened. And that means, let me see. Now I can bring her out. And we go into the next turn here. I can bring the crow out. 1, 2, 3. This guy leaves. 1, 2, 3. She leaves. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I only need 1 more turn to get the dwarf out. Okay, so at that point, I have to attack the bear with the Berserker. That didn't work out. That's okay, actually. Oh, maybe it did. I get a -1, which brings me to a 4. The bear only has a 3. So that is a tie. But because the... Oh, wait a minute. The bear also loses 1 agility because he's wounded. So we're even 2. But then the defender wins. So I couldn't do any damage here. We got to do another attack. And honestly, I would be happy if I could not kill the bear. And yeah, that was perfect. So I'm okay here. Because now it's the bear. And he will attack. And I'm okay. Yeah, he did a 10, but I also did a 10, and he's wounded, so I'm doing better here. And now I'm gonna try to... Do I? Or do I bring the dwarf out first? I think I'm gonna bring the dwarf out. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the exit space, so he's gone. And now I gotta kill the bear, and I'm pretty optimistic that I can do this. That is a 6 against a 9. Now that didn't work out. Gotta do another attack. Come on, that's tough. Okay, so well, obviously not, but that's okay. I'm gonna go through another turn here. Okay, so we see an attack from the bear, and I'm okay. And now I hope I can now do it. Come on. Gotta reroll that one. Yeah, that's it. So we can apply, I think, 6 dice if I'm not mistaken. Okay, there we go. I killed him, and I got a movement value of 5. So that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. We did it. And I only took 2 wounds with the dwarf. So, you know, I think, yeah, I'm okay here. I might not even have to go to an inn. I think I can simply use I don't know, healing potions or a few provisions or something. That's gonna be all right. Okay, so that's the end of the mission. We are gonna get an experience point for that. Now, to be honest, that wasn't too exciting. And that's the thing with these missions, you know, I mean, they kind of slow you down. It was okay to get a little bit into the flow of the game again after my break. But hey, I mean, that was really not super interesting. I've lost a mana here, but also I don't think this is actually worth going to the inn. However, I lost a couple. You know, the dwarf actually lost a few fortune. I think I want to go to the inn with him. Yeah, with this guy, I want to do it. Okay, you know, I want to upload this now and then show you the rest of my travel, of my journey. Then also over the sea in my next video. So hope to see you then. Bye. One more thing that I forgot, and I'm allowed to because I killed at least one of the creatures, I can roll a 3-sider and get that many coins. Okay, so I get 2 coins. That's enough to buy me a new torch. Okay, so that wasn't too hot, but anyways, I think it's kind of cool to get a couple of experience points, but yeah, maybe next time I'm not going to play this one again. So, see you then.